The players have been back in for pre-season training, first day yesterday. How do you feel it's gone for them?
I've had a good couple of days. We had really it's just a couple of days of fitness testing more than anything else. Yesterday we done a 3 kilometre run, and the lads had to hit a certain time in that. And then this morning we've had Nottingham Trent University in, guys on their degree and master's degree, taking the lads through various testing procedures and what have you. And so the data is really good. The data, I mean, some of the lads have come back in decent condition, and some of the new boys have come in and really, very early shown what they can do. So it's been an encouraging couple of days.
Yeah, you say you did the 3K run with them yesterday. This was something that you had our players do at the end of last season. You compare the times from the end of last season to yesterday's times. How do you think most of them have fared and kept themselves in shape over the summer?
Yeah, they have. I mean, you don't necessarily want them to hit. I mean, we're day one of pre-season. You don't want them or expect them to be maybe anywhere. Well. Around about the same sort of time as they did at the end of the season, but actually they're not that far off. They're not far off. And considering we're the 1st of July as it is today, that's pretty encouraging.
Yeah, and we've got added a pre-season fixture in the last couple of days against Nottingham Forest under 21s. This it's not a traditional football match as such, in the fact it takes 3 30-minute periods instead of 2 45s. What would you say the reasons and the advantages are of doing that at this stage of pre-season?
Well, first of all, we get some trialists in the door, and we really need to make an early call on 1 or 2 of them as well. So the idea of playing 3:30 is a developmental type game. It suits Nottingham Forest because it's early in their pre-season as well. You really don't want players playing any more than 35-40 minutes at the moment. Certainly the first week into pre-season. As we go on through pre-season, you pick up your minutes, but it's just a very early indication to see where we are in comparison to a full-time setup in the shape of Nottingham Forest. So it's some folks say it's maybe a bit early, but we've got to have a look at these trialists and see if 1 or 2 of them are going to be good enough to step into the first team squad.
Yeah, and then on the following Wednesday we take on Nottingham Forest's first team, which again will be a complete different kettle of fish to their under 21s. What are you expecting from someone like a Championship side bringing down their pretty much a full strength team?
The shouts out for a joiner. So we might need a joiner or 2 to board up the goals. No, I think it's again, I shouldn't think anybody anywhere near the 90 minutes of football. But it's about how we adapt to that and see how the lads react to that type of opposition. As far as Nottingham Forest are concerned, I'm hoping it's going to be a decent workout for. Well, I'm not hoping, but I'm sure they're hoping for a decent workout where we'll maybe get around their players and perhaps maybe play against them in a way that they won't have it at any other time during pre-season.
Yeah, and finally, okay, we've only had 2 days of pre-season, but what sort of effect have the likes of Liam Hearn and Luke Foster, the more experienced players who've come in to help the young lads, have they had much of an influence over the youngsters yet?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Yeah, straight away, the young lads look and see 2 older players in the dressing room, and then straight away the lads are watching them, how they conduct themselves, and the 2 of them have been terrific. Really, they've conducted themselves as model professionals, so to speak. So the lads see that and go, maybe that's a way I need to start reacting. If I'm not acting like that already, which I would hope they would be, but if they're not, then they need to maybe just have a wee look at themselves, because they're the guys who are going to be leading the team. Really.
That's brilliant. Cheers. Thanks very much for your time, Steve.
Always.